Hello, photographers. It's me, Mr. Granlund, coming to you live from the Granlund Studios, and I'm going to show you how to make some cloning videos, okay? So this is going to be great. One thing you are going to need is a tripod or some way to hold your phone or your camera steady. Now, you can do a lot of things. You can kind of set it up on a ledge. A lot of people like to do that. That's great. And you also need some sort of way to take a picture of yourself or maybe at least someone else, okay? So if you have a tripod, then you're going to be able to do something where you have like a timer switch, okay? So here I am in my app, Fjorden app, and I'm going to go to, it has like this little stopwatch thing right here. If I click that, it allows me to choose either 3 seconds or 10 seconds. I'm going to choose 3 seconds because I think I'm going to be able to get my shots in there with that, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up on a tripod, and I'm going to kind of reverse it so I can see myself here. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 photos, at least 3 photos, and clone myself in the room here. I'm going to set this as far back as I can. And I could do this, I'm trying to get it behind the computer so you can see just a corner of the computer. That's actually pretty good. Now, it'd be kind of funny if I could do this with the camera here at the same time. But we'll see what we get here, okay? So I'm going to do some posing. I'm going to have a... It's really good to have a plan in mind. So, whoop, there we go. All right, and I'm going to have one of my cups of coffee here and getting the countdown. And this is Mr. Granlund, and it's got my picture. Okay, so now I'm going to go get my second picture, and I'm going to be pretending to come in that door. Now I need to get my third picture. The view on my phone isn't as wide as the view on this camera here. So I'm going to try and just kind of peek over the edge of my screen here and then line that up. But I'm going to get a different mug. All right, here we go. Alright, I got my 3 pictures, and now I'm going to bring them into Pixlr. Now this is going to take me a couple of minutes, but there's 2 different programs that you can use, and I'm going to minimize this. Right now we are doing the clone project, and I can use either Photopea or Pixlr, okay? I'm going to transfer my photos onto my computer, and I'll be starting this back up again. All right, the way that I did this is I went into my pictures on my phone, and then I uploaded them to my Google Drive. You should be able to connect your phone to your Google Drive and upload them that way. If all else fails, you can always try emailing them to yourself, or you can even plug it in with a cable if you have it. Alright, so we have 2 different ways that we're going to do this. I'm on Pixlr.com, and I'm going to demonstrate this. I'm going to go to Pixlr Editor, which is the advanced photo editor. I'm going to go to Open Image, and I'm going to go to my pictures, and I'm going to load them up onto my computer. And they're not on my computer, but they are in my Google Drive. So I'm going to get that real quick. All right, so here we go to downloads, and I'm going to open all of those. All right, so one of the things that you're going to have to make sure that you do is make sure that your photos are done in the JPEG format. Now, on my phone, they somehow it got switched back to HEIC, which means that I'm running into a problem when I bring them in. So I've taken these photos from the 3 Mr. Radas, and I'm going to drop these in here. I'm also going to crop this in here. So now I'm going to paste another picture, the second Mr. Rada. Copy that image. Now when these things paste, they don't paste the right size, but if you size them so that they're same size, then you are all fine. And the way I'm sizing them is I just go to a corner, I kind of adjust them so the corner is in the corner, and then I adjust the other corner to the other corner. So you just click and drag on that box and it's going to resize it. Copy that image, paste it in there. I'm copying by right-click, copying, and then I do Control V on the keyboard. You can also do Edit and Paste. Now this is in Photopea, or this is Pixlr, and I'm going to show you over here on the layers palette how you can paint through them. So in this area here, we're going to create, well, you can just erase, or you can do a better method, and that is create a layer mask. Let's just erase for now. So I'm going to go to my eraser tool. Here it is. And you have some brush settings. You can make it bigger. You want a nice soft brush for doing this. And what you should be able to do is kind of erase in. Make sure you get that shadow. Erase in that Rada. Alright, so actually what I've done is I've erased out this part of the picture, and that shows this part. Now what I want to do is I also have to erase out this area. Okay. Because I'm going to toss in this picture here. But then this picture, I also need to erase that because that's in front of that Mr. Rada. So if I go here and start erasing, there is the third Mr. Rada. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to Photopea. Sometimes this works better for people, and I'm going to go to Open from Computer. Now this is going to work, so I'm going to click on my first picture, which is 4700.heic. Again, I recommend that you use the .jpeg function in your camera, that you're photographing in JPEG, not the HEIC. The file type is a problem. But we're going to import all of our other pictures, so I'm going to open more. So I'm going to go to Open, I'm going to do 4702 because that was the one that I got right. And this takes a little bit of some time. We'll just kind of wait here a little bit. We're going to create the same kind of thing using the same kind of method. So this opened on its own. So I'm going to edit and copy. I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to go to edit and paste. And let's go ahead and delete this out right away. So you can use the eraser tool right here. And I have a lot of the same adjustments. I'm going to make it a lot softer. Now this is a far bigger, higher quality image file than the other one, but this is okay. And now I'm going to let's try open in place. That'll be better, I think. 4703. That's going to be the me over here in the corner. Again, this takes a little bit of time as it loads up that picture. And one of the things you can do is you can actually change the order. So I can put this here. I could even put it in the background if I wanted to. And then I can go to the background image and I can erase in that me. And it's like magic. Now if I erase too much, so I have that coffee mug problem, right? I can zoom in by doing Control Plus on the keyboard. I can make a smaller brush, so I can and I can do undo. Control Z. Alright, so now that I've used my small erase tool to get like a nice edge there, I'm going to increase the size of my brush and erase in the rest of me in the corner. There we go. I accidentally walked in on myself and we're all drinking coffee happily. So anytime you want to turn these in, you're going to have to go to File and you're going to export as a JPEG. And then you're going to turn this in on Schoology. Call it clone. We'll do the same thing here. We're going to go to File, Export, and you can export as a PNG. If you want to export as a JPEG, which I always recommend, then it's actually a save as inside of Pixlr. And just move this. And move it again. Save as. We'll call it Clone 2. Nope, I don't want to try Premium. And now I can go here and I can upload. I can plug in my practice of multiple ratas, and I can also upload my create clone photo. All right. Hopefully this was helpful, and I hope you have lots of fun with this. If you run into any sort of problems, please let me know. There is a third way that you can do this where you do like a panorama and you run behind your camera, and you can actually do it in camera totally using the panorama function in your camera. That's another great way to do that if you're having problems. Please message me if you're having problems. I'll email you. I'll talk it through. I'll do more tutorials, whatever you need. Until then, have a great day online.